Click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Otherwise, you will miss the latest videos. Ladies and gentlemen, today I am welcoming a very dear friend of Saptarishis Astrology, who has been with Saptarishis Astrology almost right from the start. And he has been instrumental in editing many of our articles and mentoring many of us writers when we used to have the digital magazine. But more than that, he has been a student of astrology for many, many years. And apart from that, he's been a teacher to many of the current gurus. Let's welcome Mr. Venkat Ramana. Venkat Ramana ji, pranam sir.
Thank you, Sunil. So it's a long time I have seen you on the channel. So, yeah, please.
Venkat Ramana ji has mastered many branches of astrology: Gemini, Prashna, and today we're going to speak on Prashna. But Gemini में इन्होंने काफी काम किया है. She's done a lot of work on Gemini. So, Venkat ji, it's 10:20 in the morning.
Yeah.
Good to disturb you with your knowledge.
Please
tell me, sir, how many years you've been in astrology?
Yeah. So I started my journey around 2000. Almost 21 years over into astrology. And I have a small correction. What you Sunil said, I am not master of anything. Okay. I have always been a learner. I am a student, that's all.
That's your humbleness, sir.
So, like everyone, I started with Parashari, learning the basics and all, and lot of things, lot of ambiguities I had in the initial beginning of my journey. And over a period of time, certain things were clarified. After that, I started teaching astrology. Then, while teaching, lot of nuances have been cleared for me, because the way one learns is by teaching one. There's a lot of questions the students raise, so we try to probe into them, try to answer them. So a lot of things gets cleared. And during my journey, I have come across so many gurus, not one to name them. I'm indebted to everybody. So I learned so many things from them. But the only thing is, as I'm not a professional astrologer, I lack practice, basically. So I realized of late that unless you practice astrology, whatever the number of books you read or whatever hundreds of books you may read, but only thing is they have to be practiced on charts. And that too, if one can practice on blind charts, that will be very useful for the people, for unlearning or learning so many things.
Correct.
And during the process, I have come across so many intricate things like Jataka Narayam. We have done some videos,
We've
some
done some series.
4 5 years back.
Wonderful series, by the way.
It is
It
a
is wonderful.
phenomenal thing. Basically, for understanding itself, it will take a lot of time. And after the Jataka Narayam series, lot of things got cleared for me.
Okay.
Then I learned Nadi, then I learned Gemini, then I learned Prashna, and a couple of Prashna techniques I have also developed on my own, and we have posted in the Saptarishis Astrology magazine way back in 2009. I remember. And I have been basically Sunil was instrumental in for me to write the articles.
Instrumental in?
For me to write the articles in Saptarishis magazine.
No, that is your humbleness and kindness.
Really, otherwise, I had no thought of writing anything like that. And I worked on some BSPs also. And we have some Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, some techniques we have written.
Those were old days, yeah. I
Old days.
used to remember I used to sit in the night with you. 1
Yeah.
o'clock in the night, we used to, till 1 o'clock in the night, we used to speak.
Yes, exactly.
2008, 9.
8, 9, 10, during that time. It was a very, very good time we had.
Yeah.
And a lot of things I learned from you also.
It's kind of this.
Then, of late, for the purpose of perfection, one should have a particular rule which works 100%. Okay. Suppose if somebody says sun is exalted, sun is debilitated in the Navamsha. So what we can say for that? So like that, a lot of things are there in Parashari which have some missing links. I find, I feel basically. I may not be right also. But after practicing Gemini, I feel, Gemini is such a simple subject which one should learn. And astounding predictions you can give in Gemini. Okay. And the Gemini rules are very, 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 straightforward. There is no, point like, you need not interpret them. Already interpretation is given, rule is given, 1 + 1 = 2. You go on applying, you will get it. But only thing is, right guru is required because Gemini is a subject which is not practiced a lot.
Correct.
So many people, with I can say half-baked knowledge. So they start implementing the rules in Gemini, but that is not a mistake. Of course, today's subject is not Gemini, but let me come back to the Prashna. So, after learning Jamakol Prashna, I stopped looking at any other Prashna methods.
Okay.
As our viewers may be knowing, there are umpteen number of Prashna techniques in Prashna Marga. Without undermining their importance, I feel, for myself, I feel the Jamakol Prashna is the most dependable, sure shot, and at the same time very simple technique.
Achha.
And it is a traditional one. Mostly it is practiced in the Tamil Nadu or Kerala region, south of India.
Correct, south of India.
And it is not known to the other parts of India or the other parts of the world. So our endeavor
but I think Kerala I think in Kerala it is not practiced so much than in Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu, it is the most practiced one.
Achha.
And in Kerala also some people do, but as you know, Sunil, basically people do not reveal the techniques what they are following. So that is the problem. So in Jamakol Prashna, before going to the Jamakol Prashna, I'll try to put a small story here, if you permit.
Okay.
2 students learn from the same guru, astrology. After completing their astrological learning from the guru, they start going to their native place. Okay. So in the process, they see some villages, they are worried a bit. Okay. So the inquisitiveness of these students is they just went there and they asked the village head, what has happened? So the village head said, one girl is missing in a family. So they introduce themselves that we have learned astrology from so and so, from Gurukula and so. Then the village head asked, please can you tell us whether the girl who is missing will come back?
Sure.
So at that time there was nothing for them, so they just saw one lady fetching water from the well here.
Okay. Sorry. I was eating one masala.
One lady was fetching water from the well nearby. Okay. While pulling the thread of the pot, the pot has fallen inside the well. So that they have taken as nimitta, and both of them try to predict whether the girl will come back or not. Okay. One person said the girl will come back. Okay. One person said the girl will not come back.
Sure.
See here, the beauty is both of them learn from the same guru. Both of them are using the Prashna. Okay. So the reason why the person who said the girl will come back is given is, while the lady was fetching water from the well, the pot has fallen into the well. That means the water has gone back to the well. So he said, because it is the well, water has gone back to the well, the girl is going to come back to their home. Okay. The second fellow, the reason he has given is, the lady was fetching water from the well. The girl is trying to come to the native place, but it has fallen back. That means she will not come back. Okay. See, both appears to be logically right, but it is only a question of interpretation. But which one is correct? Let us not dwell into that more. But the beauty of Jamakol Prashna is, it's not the question of 2 people learning Jamakol Prashna. If 100 people learn Jamakol Prashna, for this sort of question, all the 100 people will give the same answer. Whether she will come back or not, all the 100 people will give the same answer for the question. That is the beauty of the Jamakol Prashna. That means,
so the interpretation of nimitta is ruled out.
It is not the question of nimitta. It is not the question of nimitta here. It is the question of interpretation. Whether it is nimitta or Prashna, whatever it is the question of interpretation. Here in Jamakol Prashna, the ambiguity in interpretation will not be there. All the 100 people or 200 people who learn Jamakol Prashna will give the same answer for the question without any doubt. That means to say, this is a standard method, which is a simple method. Even I'll tell you, even if a child learns the Jamakol Prashna, he will give the same answer what a senior most astrologer will give for the same question.
So even if somebody is 3 months old in astrology, he can learn, or 4 months or 10 months old in astrology, he can learn Jamakol.
Anyone can learn, but only thing is, one should be thorough with the Karakatwas, significations of the planets, Rasis and the Bhavas.
So that we can teach in 2-3 lectures.
Yeah, it will take 2-3 lectures to teach the Karakatwas. Only thing is, the Karakatwas should be like, they should imbibe. Whatever the question is asked, suppose if a question is asked, like, there is a court case. Okay, court case. Will I come out of the court case? Then, the people should be able to see who is the Karaka of the court case, which Bhava to be considered. So all these things, so these are simple Karakatwas. Everyone should be thorough with them. Then each of them can give the same answer for the same question. Okay. So that is one thing. And another thing is, Jamakol Prashna You can predict the past event, present event, and also future event. All the three you can predict from the Jamakol Prashna. And the Prashna indicates secrecy in the chart.
Oh.
Secrecy. Like, if a parent comes and approaches an astrologer, but his daughter or son is not showing interest for marriage, what is the reason? Or when marriage will take place?
Correct.
You catch the Jamakol Prashna chart, it will indicate you, even though the father may not know that, but the astrologer who is practicing Jamakol Prashna will know why the daughter or son is not showing interest to marriage, whether he is having an affair with someone, whether he has already got married, or whether he is living with somebody else. So all these things will in Jamakol Prashna will indicate.
Achha. Okay.
And you can caution the parents. So this is what is shown by the Prashna. Please check up it.
Okay.
And anything, you name anything, the missing person, missing article, a deceased person, and deceased person in the case is recent past, because of the corona, so many disease related questions have come. Okay. To quote one, I am telling, one person was admitted to hospital due to corona, and they have raised a question, how this person will be, because he was critical at that. Okay, he was hospitalized and he was on oxygen and all, so he was not able to breathe. His oxygen levels have come down to 82 or 83. So they were worried. So they have asked me, what will be his status? Then I have seen the Prashna. Though the Prashna indicated criticality, it also suggested that the hospital in which he is getting treated has to be changed. I suggested them, please change the hospital, it will be okay for him. They did not do for 3-4 days. After that, they have shifted him from the hospital to different hospital. Within 3 days, he was discharged.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, such a minute things also Jamakol Prashna will be. And if some couple has come, for childbirth related question, you cast a Jamakol Prashna, you will know immediately whether the husband has a problem or the wife has it, and what problem it is. Like, somebody, the sperm count will be less. It will be indicated in the Jamakol Prashna. Okay. So, and if they ask whether they can go for a test tube baby, IVF or IUF or whatever it is. So, Jamakol Prashna will indicate whether it will be successful or not. Okay. Or they can, if they have asked you a question, whether they can go for a adopted children. The question, the Prashna will indicate whether they should go for it or not.
Okay.
And also it will indicate at the time of question, even if the couple do not know, the Prashna will indicate that the lady is going to conceive this month or within a small time. Okay. So everything will answer all types of questions. No? There is no limit for the Jamakol question. And
I just have one question to ask you.
Yeah, please.
So, sorry to interrupt you. There are many methods of Jamakol Prashna. Which one do you follow?
As far as my knowledge goes, there are only 2 methods.
Okay.
Okay. So that also with small variations. It's not a very big thing, the method which I follow is very simple, very straightforward, no question of ambiguity. And I'll tell you, once a person practices the method which we are going to teach, so within, maybe in the beginning, he may take 2-3 minutes to answer the question. But once he practices at least 100 Prashnas, within half a minute you can give that.
Really?
Yeah, half a minute. And this is also, Jamakol Prashna is also very traditional. It's a Tamil, basically it's in Sanskrit, which is adopted in Tamil Nadu. The root of the Jamakol Krishna goes back to somewhere in 1800s.
So, sorry, what
18th
did you say?
century. The roots of Jamakol Krishna are way back in 1800 century.
Achha.
Yeah. The original text which I was told is the Jnana Pradipika.
Sorry?
Jnana Pradipika.
Achha.
Jnana Pradipika, which was written in Sanskrit, which the Tamil Nadu people have developed it, and they have translated into Tamil, and I think way back somebody has translated it to English also. It is out of print now. So from there, the offshoot of the Jnana Pradipika is the two different methods.
There was one Malayali from Kerala. There was one author. I'm forgetting. Jinendra Malai.
Jinendra Mal. Yeah. See, the first one is the Jnana Pradipika. Second one is the Jinendra Mal.
Achha.
So there are two. The basic thing is Jnana Pradipika only. From that, next version is Jinendra Mal. So that way, it has a traditional touch also. And I told you, the beauty of the question is, there is no limit for that. It will answer all sorts of questions. And basically, for timing purpose, it will be very useful.
Achha.
Yeah. And one more beauty of Jamakol Krishna. For all the astrologers, like, even if you do the Parashari, they say, our CS used to say, you must cast a Prashna chart before delineating a birth chart.
Correct.
Okay. In Jamakol also, before delineating a birth chart, you cast a Jamakol Prashna, it will indicate what exactly is the problem. Why the person has come to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So it will tell you why the person has come to you, what exactly is the problem. Then from there, you go back to the birth chart, then connect it to the particular Dasha Bhukti, you give a prediction. Whereas if you take into account the normal birth chart, you have so many yogas, so many rules, so many negations, and so many bhavas, Dasha Bhukti, transit. So all these things, if you put, even then we fail.
Correct.
Okay, whereas if you cast a Jamakol Prashna before delineating a birth chart, it will indicate you what is the problem. Just go there and give the prediction. That's all.
Can you give some examples of how you have or others have used Jamakol Prashna, so that people come to understand what our course is going to be all about?
Course,
also, how much is the duration of the course?
Yeah,
2 months.
Duration of the course will be 16 to 18 lectures of 1 hour each.
Okay.
Every week, 2 classes.
In a week.
Okay. In a week, 2 classes, 1 hour each. Okay. That means 2 hours in a week. 18 lectures you can take.
Okay.
And in that, we elaborately deal with some calculations will be involved. Okay, which are very simple. After that, we will deal with the Karakatwas of the BHAVAS, Rasis, and the planets.
Okay.
Then we will get into the core of Jamakol.
Okay.
What are the rules we are supposed to depend on? And another beauty of Jamakol Prashna is the single Prashna which we are going to teach, or the instant Prashna. Okay. So the instant Prashna is like, if you are traveling somewhere, or you are waiting for somebody in the bus stand or airport and all. someone asks you a question. So instantly you can answer in Jamakol Prashna.
Sure.
Okay. And that too without relying on the calculations. Just keeping into one point in mind, we can give instant predictions.
Sure.
So it will be so simple.
Can you just give some examples, of how you used Jamakol Prashna?
See, while I was going, someone called, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going for an interview. Will I get the job or not?
Okay.
So without relying on anything, without relying on software, without relying on just the calculations, I just saw the time and gave a prediction. Yes, go ahead, you will get the job.
Sure.
Okay. And nowadays, people are, the parents are worried about the children regarding the education. Okay. So they come to us telling the child is not studying properly. Okay. When he will study properly. So the Jamakol Prashna will indicate where the problem lies. Whether the school has the problem, whether the child has the problem, whether the school has to be changed, or the environment is not good, or whether the child is showing more interest in sports than studies, or he is spending, suppose if above, if he's a college going child, whether he has fallen in love with someone, whether the problem with his friends, or he's whiling away his time, he's fighting with his teachers. So everything, very, very minutest thing we can say.
Achha.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, recently one question has come to me. Yeah. One lady was asking, she's expecting her father to come. Okay.
Okay.
And she wanted to know whether the father is going to come soon. And the discussion between them will be argumentative or it will be smooth. So when we casted the question, it indicated the father is, of course, is going to come, but the discussion between them will be argumentative. And also we have given the reason for which they are going to fight with each other.
Achha.
So such a might, see, I tell you, Sunil, that this is not if I quote, there will be anything in your day-to-day life you can ask question.
Okay.
There is no limit. That's what I'm telling. And we have been giving so many predictions on Jamakol Prashna, and it's a 100% success. There is no second thought about it.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say this course is going to start in August. Now it's July, and this course will be twice a week, and it is going to be a fantastic course, and I myself will be attending it because I want to learn Jamakol Prashna. It's been a long time. I think it was 5 years back or 4 years back. I came to know of Jamakol Prashna, and we wrote one article on it, I think so, in Saptarishis Astrology by Mr. Shanmugam. He's placed in Port Blair, Andaman Nicobar, and I had at that time traveled with my family to Port Blair, but I somehow could not get the time and the opportunity, rather, to meet him and learn Jamakol. Of course, in one meeting you can't learn anything, And I was in Port Blair only for 2 days or something like that, or 3 days, So hardly I could meet him, and it's something that's been remaining in my palette of learnings. And apart from this, very soon we should be starting Gemini, because Gemini astrology has been so confused with so many various versions of Gemini astrology that it becomes a bit complex. So I've seen the whole market. I've been in Gemini astrology for nearly 20 years. And I've seen so much of complexities in Gemini astrology. Mr. Venkat Ramana has kind of cracked the simplicity of it. And very soon, within a month or two, we should be starting uh, Gemini astrology. Venkat Ramana ji, thank you so much. If you have something more to say, please go ahead. I mean, I don't want to stop you. You're a scholar of
Uh, nothing, nothing, sir. Only thing is, as you said, you are in gaming astrology for 20 years. I mean, I'll get a lot of inputs from you.
No, I've stopped my readings and my researches or
Uh,
testing techniques from 2008, from the time I started Saptarishis Astrology magazine.
okay.
So my own learning has stopped.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Venkatraman ji.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very nice talking to you.
I am looking forward for your course, actually. I'm looking forward for your course. And I'm quite sure this will revolutionize
Definitely.
current.
I'm sure about that. I'm very confident about it.
That's great. Because I know you, Venkat. You don't come out. It's been,
Yes.
it's been, sorry, my health is not that great. It's been quite some time that we know each other. And for you to come out, you hardly come out in videos. It took so many years to bring you out with the Jatak Narayanam series. And you, Mohanji, both have been pillars. Balasubramaniam, you all have been pillars for Saptarishis astrology. We all have been associated for decades now. And
Yes.
ये दोस्ती is like Jai Viru dosti, for surely. So
Exactly.
exactly, and there's something what I like about you, and I must tell this on screen, is you're dependable. Zaman de diya, khatam. You're dependable. And whatever you do, you never promote any technique. But when you do, you're very sure about it. That is what I like about you. Unlike me, I get fascinated with the technique and I promote it. You're not like that. So I'm really looking forward. And खुदा ना खास्ता मुझे कुछ हो जाए,
नहीं, कुछ नहीं होता. God is great.
I would personally attend this course. Normally, whenever we launch a course, we have team members, office staff.
Elated,
Sorry,
I'm elated. I'm elated that you are attending the course.
मैं सीखना चाहता हूँ. अभी उम्र हो गया है. I want to learn. I want to learn. I've done enough for Saptarishis astrology.
I know. I've been seeing, the past 20 years and odd, struggling to bring all the astrologists on one platform. Okay. It's a
I
great,
want to grow.
great
I
thing.
want to learn.
Yeah.
It's enough. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to be a Shishya. And I'm going to learn Gemini and Jamakol Aroodham. Honestly, I say it with my heart. I say it with my heart.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Venkat Ramana ji.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.